Oh, that's a. I think he's settling down some. Benny, stop. No. Oh. Did you say you wanted ice cream, Mom, or no? I was just kidding. I was just clowning. I was just clowning around, Ma. Benny. Benny said what? He's clowning around too. He is a clown hound dog. A round clown hound that I found or that someone else found. Yeah. Someone left him at a farmhouse in Iowa. Yep. Probably because he barked like that. Yeah, we have him. We've had him, what, 8 years? Long time? 7, 8? I don't know. I try not to keep track. I don't really want to know. Know how much time's passed since we've had them. Here's this. All right. Now I got to continue with my talk. Whoops. Whoops. What's my topic today? Guns. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Stanley's fine. They didn't have to extract any teeth. He's kind of walking down. He's a lot better headspace than he was when he got home about 2:30, 3 o'clock. He was just woo, and it was just I was nervous because he was trying to do his same behaviors, but he didn't. His equilibrium was off. So his food is up on the counter. So every time he tried to jump on the counter, he was like land in the sink and stuff like. And he was just not sure-footed. So, but he ate, so that took away the yeah. And then I had him put on fluids, so that helps with the wake up process a little bit better too. Just like to keep his system hydrated during the procedure. Yeah. So it's just been, man, a wild week. It's just, with Lyle last week, or losing Lyle a couple weeks ago, and then it was Stanley and his, this week, and me being kind of apprehensive, but it was cool because I went back to the nail lady today to get Tucker's nails done, and she was able to tell me that she gets her cats, their teeth get done every other year. Yeah, and kind of talked me through it, because I never had a cat where I had its teeth cleaned, and he's 7, and I really earnestly believe that inflammation that he had that one morning that prompted all this, because I woke up and he was like drooly, and like there was blood on his gum. I think he was having a reaction to milk because I was going through a cereal phase. And so he got the last little bit, and I think that was no bueno for the gato. So I stopped doing that at the same time that I saw the inflammation in, like, that same morning, and then he went to the vet. And he's healthy, so he's okay. He's okay. So that, and then my buddy, feeling for people, man, because I know, because I mean, you got animals, stuff happens. Like, like you got kids, life is about things that come up, and then having to handle the situation with what you have. A lot of people can't do it. You nailed that one, Ma. And my buddy, the freaking see, you got all these freaking kids that when they do go to, because I've always paid attention to veterinary school and animals and stuff like, because UC Davis was huge, and then my veterinary in Omaha, he went to University of Iowa, and then the veterinary in Oregon, he went to about the same year. The Omaha guy, Dr. Trost, he was my favorite. He's the best. Um, Went to University of Iowa. So and I've always paid attention to schools too. See, you got people that track one thing, like astrologers. They look at the stars and they have their interpretations of the stars. But then you have people like me that listen to that track them, and then track all kinds of other different patterns too, and put them all together to get an idea that shit's gonna go sour here pretty quick. Oh, it's funny. But, I don't know. I had a good time at the coffee shop today. I had the fellas cracking up. That was pretty good. It's just that's all I ever want in life. It's hang out with Ma. Yeah, make some good food. I want to make some pet furniture. Keep making my cookies. And then, go check in with folks at the coffee shop, or have people come visit from out of town, out of state, and yeah, I'll show them around northern New Mexico, and it'd be a lot of fun because this place is fucking better than Sedona. Sedona can suck it, as far as I'm concerned. It's just the pretentiousness. It's just like, oh my god, I could never hang out with the spiritual community in Sedona because they're all so important. I can't. It's just that it's not. It ain't me, man. And I get maybe a new bow tie, stuff like that. Anyway, so between the animals and then like the firearm incident, and I looked at brandishing weapon today. I looked it up because I'm like, I want to know what it means because I'm big on law. I worked at a law school, so I used to go in and look at the law books, and now you can just do it on here. There's some interesting stuff that frickin' Zach shared with this other tinier tube, and I'm gonna share the link on the description in here because it was like church and like the. Oh, this is why it's not working. I'm trying to turn on my music. Are you done, Ma, with your ice cream? I'm all over the place. I need it round. So yeah, it's been a wild week. So I was gonna look up what I found on brandishing. Cause when I lived in Omaha, my last girlfriend got me a frickin' for Valentine's Day. She went to high school with the guy that did a concealed carry court, and I'm frickin' marks. I know guns. I'm familiar with guns. I just live by the sword, die by the sword. I don't even. It's just because I mean, what it's just. It don't end well, man. Because freaking the fact that egomaniacal fucking dickhead would even just do that just to be a bull. I am such. I was telling the guy at the coffee shop, I'm like, I'm an asshole magnet. I'm a total asshole magnet. My hair's getting long. My eyeballs hurt today. I almost didn't want to have a conversation today, but I gotta stay in practice. Because it's part of my daily disciplines. So Zach's been on fire lately. He's been kind of mean. I hope he chills out on that. Like no, it wasn't even mean, but it's just like, see, because I'm all about energy. So when people are like freaking coming and always, it was like that in Arizona. Those bitches would just like always tell me like they were trying to train me like a fucking dog is what they were trying to do. They were trying to get me to act. And that ain't a comfortable place for me. But they're fucking control freaks. So I just had to comply because she already fucking threatened to put all of us out on the street when the truck was broke. So I didn't want to fucking,
I didn't want to play games with that little fucking demon woman. Because she woulda. And the VA and all that shit, they're fucking of no use, man. The VA and the Veteran Association, all those, they're all closed up. But all those people that are in these offices, they're still getting paid as much. They're just randomly taking phone calls. And I called one on Monday. It's Thursday. I ain't got no call back. They don't give a shit. They just still get paid. You know, as the cracks of society get wider, you know? So it's just it's they just create these offices and organizations to absorb the funds and to have the save the fa- we care a lot, you know, in the fleets that they drive around funded by the government and then they all take home and shit like that. We care. It's all fucking bullshit, dude. You know who cares about people? The people on the ground care about the people on the ground. Yeah, all that other stuff, it's Hollywood and fucking on the other side of the USA. It's all it is. It's all for show. It's all scripted. It's all nonsense. And I think a lot of people are figuring it out. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I looked it up. Brandishing a weapon. I took a second cookie. I just had a second cookie because I didn't want Stan Lee to feel alone. Anyway, Vinny, I'll take you. There, you all been out. Brandishing means, it says right there highlighted, showing the weapon. But then it says comma, or exhibiting it to another person, comma, in a rude, angry, or threatening manner, or using it in a fight or quarrel. See, him just showing it, as I interpreted it, was a threatening act. And it's so fucking funny, because the guy was like fucking in his 60s, bald, fat, from Texas. Oh, I took that off my window. I thought it was a little too dickish even for me. And I felt bad when I went to the coffee shop. I don't want to cause nobody business. And when I pulled in the coffee shop, somebody from Texas in an Audi pulled in, saw it, then left. I was like, no, that goes against. But I did write fitness standards. If your income comes from tax money, like money paid from people's taxes, so if you're on the city, state, or federal level, and you are getting an income, you should be within a certain fitness standard, because healthy people are more productive and care more about other people. It's easy math and science. So, you know, just like they did to me in the military. Oh shit, Stanley just jumped down. I think he wants food. I think he's ready for round 2. I gave him a little bit, and then I... Come on. Stanley. Just knowing his daily behaviors, I was like, oh my gosh, this morning is going to be rough. Because everybody's a creature of habit, whether they realize it or not. And as much as they try to switch things up, even me, I'm still a creature of habit. You know, people are so predictable, you know. I used to try to go different ways, and then sometimes I'll like plan on going this way, and then I'll take an entirely different route just to trick myself. Mom's over here going like this. Just so I can switch it up for me. But anyway, I don't know. We're stepping into a new age, which that always makes me smile, because I was age in the Air Force, aerospace ground equipment. So I love how synchronistic life is. So old age, new age. And I was even the Toto. The Toto? I was the Offutt Air Force Base Toto. It's the Technical Order Distribution Officer. I said, basically it's the librarian, only you have all these books that are like this thick, that are their instructions for every maintenance action that you do in that shop. So you have a person going like some people did that example, like where when you were like 3rd grade or 4th grade, the teacher would have people write out the steps of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then the teacher would follow the instructions, and how often the instruction, it would like end up all, you know, like he would do exactly what it would say, but people, I think it's supposed to make people realize how much detail, you know, there's a lot of detail in life that people just don't know how to add, you know. But it's like that. Is he trying to go? No, wait. No, that's the chasey. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, man. That didn't work out well. Well, because he's trying to go to the bathroom, I think. And it's behind that. And Tucker's the chasey guy. Yeah, and he's right there. So I got, and then for some reason I just scared him. Benny, stop. Stop. Anyway, so when I lived in Omaha, my last failed relationship, how long was that? 2013 I got dumped. 13? Fall 2013, 14. Anyway, but for Valentine's Day, before I got dumped, I already said that story. I got, for Valentine's Day, I got a concealed carry course certificate from Shannon. So, that's why I was like, dude, I'll fucking take your gun and hit you in the forehead with it. I don't give a fuck about your gun. And it's so funny because it's like, you know what, I wonder what is going through his wife that was all, that's my man. I love when they do that. I'm like, dude, that is not my fucking problem that you have terrible taste. And that is the reflection that you chose. And that is what it evolved to, you know. Your man let himself go. I get he hadn't seen it in about 20 years. That's why they do it. When they relinquish the ability to see their penis without the aid of a mirror, then that's when the firearm extension comes to play. So I took off I took off the Texas looks like a toilet because the people are shit. And then above that I wrote feces. And above that I wrote stool. Hey! Come show me a rad Texan. I'll be glad to change my tune. Say I stand corrected. I said it yesterday. Guy's still a fucking cocksucker. People have been trying to put me in my place my whole life, and that's the thing is, I'm like, oh, you want me here? Is this where you want me? And then I'll stand next to it, or you want me here? How do you want me to act? And then I'll go on, and I'll freaking verbally freaking AK-47 like all of the questions on the ways that they want me to behave, so I get it all right. They're people like that. They're just like fucking kids that, like, you know, the Y kids, because I was a Y kid. And people would just shut me down because they couldn't answer the questions that I had. So they just like, shut and go away and go play. So I was a nature kid. I was a Y kid in nature. So I love when little kids start asking me a bunch of questions. It works every time. I have never had no. I don't think I've had an instance, and this isn't for like Lucy, I just use my hands a lot, and if people try to interpret that, then I am for God, Holy Spirit, God in heaven, and astrology. It's a tool he gave us, it's in Genesis. I lost it. My eyeballs hurt so bad today. This only happens a few times a year. I believe it's because I did not bring water with me on my adventures today. And like I had some gelato. I didn't even finish it. It was gelato, ice cream, fancy ice cream, creamy ice cream. Oh, my burning eye. So, yeah, I gotta bring water with me and stay hydrated because I'm at a higher elevation. So, you go through it quicker. I know better. Hi, Stanley. Kitty, kitty. Oh, he's still trying to get back there. Come here. There he goes. Yep. I know, Mike. Everybody's a creature of habit. So, yeah, I started telling that story. So, this morning, if I don't put a little kibble in his food the night before, Stanley, he's running back and forth at 5 a.m. because he's already eaten it all night long. So, he's running back and forth. Wow! Doing that kind of thing. Wow! Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't wake you up, but you like freaking... you leave your vessel like I leave my vessel when you sleep, and like you like gasping when you wake up and stuff, you know, and sometimes you can get startled. I gotta be careful. So I don't want to startle you. But God, my freaking eyes are killing me. Yes, they are. I've drank plenty of water now. I haven't had much of an appetite because food is not sounding good at all. So I've been living off my freaking winter back fat. My winter back fat. So it's okay if food shortages and stuff come like that, because there's a lot of people that could literally freaking survive off themselves for a good freaking 30, 60 days. You don't gotta eat much. Drink a little water. You'll be alright. Eat a little rice. It's like growing up, huh, Ma? Everybody should get the chance to play poor every now and again, right? Everybody should get a chance to freaking experience living in the lap of luxury, too. That's what these incarnations are about. Just being able to have experiences, but you have this group of people that are like, no, you don't get to have any. Only we do. You know? But as the astrology has been dictating and stating, you know, things that things are being more and more. Oh, I didn't tell the story about about, you know, how when you caring about people, and sometimes it's hard because they got critters too, and then it's more critters to care about. And my buddy talked about earlier Sunday his terrible the veterinarian at that 66 veterinary hospital. His name is Jeremy Welcome, if you can believe that. Anyway, the stitches now have both busted open around this wide. Benny, no. So if like people are graduating from like vet school, you want to freaking help animals and pay off some debt pretty quick. Yeah, freaking get a freaking mobile veterinary freaking service to freaking Taos, New Mexico. Do that. Because you would be doing a great service, because the veterinary care here, it's okay. It's kind of pricey. I like the place. I've been fortunate, you know, with the place I've taken my critters, you know, but emergency-wise, this place is shit, dude. And to go 3 hours to have a guy, an asshole, to do fucking surgery, and they have him busted open. So you know what my buddy has to do? He had to freaking go to the horse store, see if he can get something strong enough so he can take it home and stitch up his own dog's freaking... Because this is where it got ripped open on the side. He and his dad quarreled. They fought. So, and he was trying to get out of the house, and there's like siding, and it scraped. It just... Anyway, accidents happen all the time. You know, the thing is like, it shouldn't be like that. And because like, oh, well, the one in Angel Fire, she's great. Yeah, well, she's on vacation for 10 days. You know? So it's just, it's a really weird time of year. I'm curious what other instances people are having with stories. Where shit happen? I mean, are these, you know? I'm curious. The storms haven't been happening right now. So I think the connectivity is good. Oh, that's why I'm gonna wrap up. It wasn't that Zach wasn't being mean, but sometimes he's just like so critical. I just want him to tell somebody at that time too. Just tell him something positive about what they did too, though. Because this kid, like, you could tell he put a lot of effort into it, you know, and he had a lot to say. And he was giving him constructive criticism, which I think is good to do. At the same time, you got, like, okay, now say something nice. Say something positive. You know, keep it balanced. You know? And plus, when I was in the Air Force, they made me go to ALS, which is Airman Leadership School, which is like this management course. This is an uppity management course based on this hoop-de-doo freaking hierarchical freaking nonsense bullshit. That's all the fucking military is bullshit. And they take everybody's money to play bullshit. And are people getting it yet? Military intelligence is an oxymoron. I think I'm done. I'm gonna go watch some weeds. I'm gonna go watch some weeds and burn some weeds. What? It's a show on the Hulu. I'm gonna go watch it. It's a show. Oh no, Mom and I are gonna. I'm gonna watch. This is what we've been doing. We've been watching Sheldon and Big Bang Theory, and crack up, and then like at 7:30, my back gets done, so I want to go lay down. So I put House in, and then I go lay down, and I end up falling asleep at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. But last night I had to set my alarm at 5 minutes to midnight because I had to put the water away. Because Stanley couldn't drink water past midnight because of his dental today. So I had to put it in the fridge. And then on the way, or when we got there, he ended up, luckily I took him out of the cat carrier on the way. I opened it so he could just be in the back of the van, because that's how we traveled here from Arizona. And he just laid there more comfortably, but he still freaking got car sick. He does that, and he's done it every trip. But in other trips, I've had the litter box in the vehicles too, and he's used the litter box driving from Nebraska to Oregon. He used the litter box going from Arizona to here. He went in his kennel from Oregon to Arizona though, but my freaking animals were troopers, man. There's so many people look at it and they're like, I can't do it. And I just think about my whole life. I just see my life flash about all this stuff. I'm just like, I didn't have a choice whether I wanted to fucking do it or not. I just kind of got through it. And then I see them and I'm just like, oh, that's too bad. I'm going to end up on this because I've been going, you know, a lot of people are getting over stuff. A lot of people are healing stuff. And, I just want to, I want to take a moment to recognize someone I used to know that is 20 years, XX, 20 years today, sober, and to not, see, a lot of the reason why, a lot of the plain simple reason why the world is today is because people don't know their limitations. Plain simple. Or they're so greedy they don't give a fuck. But mostly people don't, because look at all these people that got all this money. Dude, we get like next to nothing, okay? And I don't try to swindle and try and collect a bunch of, I don't even get food stamps. I probably could, but I don't. Because that's for people who really need it. It's what we always, you know. Plus, I got some back fat I can eat on. Mom, plus, me and Mom, between the two of us, we eat enough for one fat guy, so. So anyway, moving on. But, No, my train of thought derailed. That's what I get. God's like, you're being too big, you jerk. You don't get to be funny at the expense of other people. Anyway. Oh, but, people getting past. Now, when I went to Oregon, I was like 14 years sober, 13 years sober, something like that. But I freaking jump off the wagon. So, I don't know. I'm at 2 or I won't keep track of her anymore. I don't drink. I like to drink alcohol. I don't do it because I break out in handcuffs, stuff like that. So I've always respected continuous sobriety, and I've been to a lot of meetings, and I have my life story on 2 medias. I'm on cassette and freaking DVD, so that's pretty cool. Benny, get out of there! And so I just think that's cool. August 5th, and I knew as soon as it was coming up. I pay attention to stuff like that. When you know people and there's some kind of significance to them in your life, you're gonna every time you're gonna be reminded of them. And it was like all I could do. I was even in Instacrap, and I was gonna like XX exclamation point or the tag that I used to do, but I was just like, you know what, Marge, that's the stuff you gotta leave. You gotta leave back there. She's married, has a husband, has a wonderful, wonderful life, and you just that's the stuff, is about leaving stuff in the past, and just because I wanted to and I'm happy for it and stuff like that, it's like, I don't know, because I was there from like it was like the first year romance, I felt hard for I liked that girl for like 8 years, and she married a fucking dickhead Jesuit cop who he's so fucking he's dirty as they come. But that's